to me, the status angle is about interesting people with interesting stories. So the important thing for me is like, how did you decide like, I'm going to sell this from my back garden? Like the first transaction, because that's getting started.
The first...
I'm taking money, I'm giving you a burger.
No, the first time was, I said to my cousin, I said, yo, let's go to the butcher's. And he was like, why? I said, I just want to sell some fried chicken. He was like, how are you going to do that? Snapchat. And then,
okay.
Yeah, and now I don't even use Snapchat. I think it's for creeps, but but I'd just go on Snapchat and I'd message everyone. I said, yo, there's some chicken. Come mine in it. And they'd be like, yeah, what are you saying? I said, yeah, 5 of them come. I need to buy the chicken. So the very, very early starting point of the brand of the business wasn't to make profit. It was to get everyone to chip in.
Right, okay.
It was more like, yo, come and chip in because I'm going now and I need to spend like this much. And if there's barriers, you know, X and X and X person is coming. So there's quite a few of them. So come. So anyways, we did that and I had to buy a little £10 waffle iron from Asda on the way back. Carrying literally, they give you chicken in a carry bag from the butchers.
Yeah.
Carrying this chicken in a carry bag. And I just started getting to work in the kitchen. And that first Sunday, it was so fun that I said, yo, we'll do it again next week. Half amount of people turn up next week. But still, we'll do it again next week. Half amount of people that week turned up. So less and less people started turning up at first 3 weeks. Then I did it again and it was like a popping one. Bare people started turning up all of a sudden because...
Compound.
Yeah. And after that, that's when it really started to get busy. I bought like a crappy put together gazebo to put in the garden. Did it so many times that my auntie actually bought me, well, she said she bought it for me, which is definitely for her, a 16-foot shed, which now she just crams full of storage. But then we started using that and people started to try and break into the house. To this day, I'll never know who it actually was, but they must have thought we had loads of cash there. So it was hotting up the gaff.
Opportunity.
Yeah. So it was getting to that point. So my auntie was like, right, that's it. Done. Yeah, the house got broken into, man. I remember.
Crazy.
Yeah. I remember I was working at Etihad Stadium and I stole a fridge, man. And I put the fridge in an Uber and I was like, yo, boss, I'm just taking this fridge home to repair it. I was blagging it. Just silly, man. But I needed the fridge. Lifting the fridge out, I can hear my house alarm going off. I walked into the house. The house alarm's ripped off the wall. Things are just everywhere. The back window's been smashed through. They got in the house and the thing is, they was definitely still in the house when I pulled up out the front.
Oh, really?
Because my first instinct was upstairs, chef's knife, run downstairs. And as I ran out to the back garden, the kid who lives in the house behind us said that he's seen bare people jumping out 2 seconds before I come out to the back garden. So if things would have went south and I was in there 10 seconds sooner and I drove for a knife, I wouldn't be living the life that I'm living today.
Yeah.
Could have made a mistake. So that was a hard lesson alongside it.
And obviously, being your auntie's house, she would have felt, it becomes like you feel violated, innit?
Yeah.
Because people have been in your house, innit?
Do you know what we always laugh, even though it's not funny, the one funny thing we do look back at and laugh about is the only thing they stole, I think it was like 2020 or 2019. The only thing they stole, in fact, no, what was it? It was 2017. It must have been 2017. But here's a funny bit. It's 2017 and the only thing they stole was a video player.
You're joking?
A video player. You know, like videos, not even like a DVD player, a video player.
Yeah, that's pathetic.
The only thing they got was a video player.
That's not a good attempt, is it?
So the gaff was a mess and the windows were smashed, but the only thing they got was a video player. And that was like, that little situation helped us see the humour, and that slight touch of humour helped us get through it.
Yes, yeah.
The rule still stood.
Lucky escaping it.
The rule still stood. I couldn't serve from the house anymore. I was like, alright, cool, I'm done then, innit? I'm going to go back to work. I had great jobs. I was, for an 18, I think I was 19 at the time or something, 2017, whatever it was. I was young, maybe even 20 years old, around that age. I had very good jobs and I had a lot of them. And I had so many jobs that I would tell one employer I'm somewhere else on Sunday, tell the other employer I'm over there on Sunday, just so I can have that Sunday to do my own thing.
Yes, yeah. So what was the next step?
So Solomon from Pi Radio messaged me. He's like, I've got this little festival. I've heard about what you're doing. Do you want to come and do the food? I said, oh man. I didn't say no. Anyways, I said, I invited him to come try the food. So against my auntie's wishes, I served food again. It was the last time though.
Yeah.
I served food again. But this time I actually didn't even invite people. I just had a handful of us. There was probably about 4 or 5 people there. The whole point was to make sure there was maybe 4 or 5 people there so that my guy turned up, and that is it. We literally did it just for him. And he came with his mum.
Okay.
And he got his mum to try it. She was a little bit salty, but it's nice. I was like, all right, salt I can fix.
Yeah, easy fix.
Yeah, and went and did this festival with him and sold more Lucozades than chicken. Sold more Lucozades than chicken that day. I'll never forget. And I always analyze that day and think, what could I have done better? You know? And before that, he would say to me, he said, right, I need your insurance, your menus, your liability, your picture, your setup, all of these things, your registration with the council, your company number, all of these things to get into the festival. I'm like, I don't even have any of this. So I just went out of my way, made sure that I acquired all these bits of information, acquired all of this stuff, and then sent it over to him. Made a loss at the festival, but then at the end of that weekend, I realized I've got a business now, and everything that I need to trade anywhere I want. Yeah, it's now in place. And all of a sudden, business was real. Shit got real from there, like real quick as well. If you look at the short journey, we went from founding in 2017 to doing pop-ups with Grub Street and pop-ups around the city centre. There's an alleyway somewhere in Northern Court we was in once, and we did pop-ups all these places. And then we did a permanent spot at Media City, and then a restaurant in Stretford where our first bricks and mortar was. Took a loss on that. Then we came to Impossible, I think in 2018 or 2019, then Boulevard, and then Gorilla, and then Bowlers and Arndale and Deansgate and festivals and Etihad, and all of that happened quite literally in the matter of a few years, man. I'd say 36 months.
That's crazy.
Of extreme
growth rate, expansion rate, isn't it?
I used to have street dreams. Got a rush when I see